program is intended for mature audiences.
Don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you.
Welcome, human. I am ready for you.
We show onboard computer synchronization.
Roger that.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Let's rock!
Oh, you're going straight to hell for that one.
That's the fact, Jack!
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Is this moron number one? Put moron number two on the phone.
Now, funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you, I make you laugh. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
I know that, dude.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Sure. A monkey's my fly out of my butt.
Uh-oh, my heart just stopped. Ah, there it goes.
You all know what that sound means, right?
No.
Someone in the neighborhood had a birthday.
El lavado cerebral.
Which means the whole neighborhood gets to hear this.
Ring.
All day and all night long. Oh, yeah. I tell you, somebody shoot me now.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's the Dune and Bob show with Damon and Gators. You were saying?
It sounds like what I hear around my neighborhood.
Oh, so you're living the dream, too.
Oh, yeah. I'm having fun tormenting my dog with an Oreo cookie.
That's all you have left in life.
No, see, I'm holding it in my hand, and no matter where I move my hand, his head is following. Like, he thinks I'm really going to give it to him.
Oh, you're mean.
You know, but it's like he knows I'm not going to give, but he's just following this cookie as if it was the only thing worth looking at.
He's just waiting for his opportunity to chomp your hand off.
That might be it, yeah.
Or
let's see, I put it right by his nose. He's sniffing it, but he's not going for it.
He's like, now how can I position him in front of a car so that the Oreo will fly out of his hand and into my mouth? Anyways, it is Sunday, July 27th, 2014, on the Dune and Bob show with Damon and Gators. Dune has to work. You know what? I don't know. He's working different shifts. He's going back between first and third shift or something. So, for whatever reason, his schedule does not permit him to be here now. Either he's got a nap up to go in for third shift, or yeah, that's what it is. He's going in for third tonight. Well, Rig. So you're stuck with me and Damon.
Yeah.
I mean, so you get to enjoy me and Damon.
Yeah, this may be the last time you hear a doggy update.
Ah, it's that bad.
Well, it hasn't gotten any worse. Only now he's trying to jump on my lap and go for the cookie.
You taunt him too much, he's gonna get it.
No, he's not. Now he's trying to go for the ones that are still on the desk, and he got one. But that's out of his mouth.
He showed you.
Oh, we'll see who's showing who.
Oh, yeah. The thing is that you can't see his every move. He's got that advantage over you.
I got the chokehold.
Oh.
No!
He already got his cookie.
No, he didn't. I took it out of his mouth.
Oh, you're mean.
If he eats the Oreo cookie, there will be even bigger problems in my world.
Oh.
Now, the question is, do I still eat the cookie even though it's been in his mouth?
Well, you got to let him know who's boss, so I say yes.
I've been trying to do that for months now, and like the latest one is there's something in the elevator, okay? Every time I take him out, he almost dives into the corner. And I found it's like an animal cracker. Now, just for the sake of, shall we say, social experimentation, I have not removed the animal cracker from the elevator. This started like Friday evening.
Uh-huh.
The animal cracker is still there. Okay? And no matter how many times I correct this dog for going after animal cracker, every time we go in the elevator, my left arm is almost removed from my shoulder because he insists on going for the animal cracker no matter what I do.
Well, I mean, he's trying to help tidy up because,
No, he can't eat. And now I don't know which cookie of the 3 that are still remaining was in his mouth. I guess I'll find out.
He'll find out. When we hear you go, yep, that was the
it,
one.
yeah.
That will know.
He is still just like he's sitting right next to me, staring intently.
That's a good dog. Good doggy.
Good dog.
Good dog.
Yeah, try it now. I dare you. I dare you.
Not feeling much love for the dog this week, are you?
No, because, see, I've only taken him on one legitimate walk because I can't take him anywhere because I never know when he's just going to switch off,
Right.
And it was when I had my instruction with the mobility person who's not working for Seeing Eye.
Uh-huh.
And we totally went in the opposite direction of the Rite Aid. Wasn't going to go anywhere near it. So I walked to the post office. All right?
All right.
Now, forget the fact that the road that the post office is on, I'm convinced, is lived on by a bunch of pigs who've never heard of a garbage can. Because every time I go down that road, there's a chicken bone.
Well, isn't that every road in your neighborhood?
No.
Oh.
Although, what I found even at my own apartment complex, is like a cookie by the back at the back door, like literally, like as if some kid dropped a cookie right outside the back door. Guess how I found it?
Dog. Go
the
for
dog
it.
found it first. So
I think he's confused for what his role is. He thinks that his job is to find you food, but of course he's going to eat it first to test it for you.
So what it is I'm walking down the street with the dog and my mobility instructor. He finds the chicken bone. Now, my mobility instructor warned me ahead of time. So I correct him, pull the chicken bone out of his mouth, dropped it on the ground. He goes for it again. I correct him, pull the chicken bone out of his mouth. The third time, I apply the chokehold, which basically is it's called a high collar correction. You pull the collar up and you tighten it and basically temporarily cut off his wind supply while he's screaming in his ear.
Let him know you mean fucking business.
Yeah. And now I'm careful with this because most people who see me do this think I'm the most horrible individual on the planet.
Right.
So while I'm trying to get my dog to focus back on me, I got to fend off random temporary PETA person who thinks I'm abusing my dog. Now, I can't do two things at once, So I either got to contend with said, animal control board wannabe or my dog. So one person gets ignored.
Right.
So once I put the chokehold on him, he passes the chicken bone and leaves it alone, at least going one way. A block later, he picks up a napkin.
Well, to be fair, you choked him for a chicken bone. You didn't choke him for a napkin.
It doesn't matter. I've been doing this for yesterday is 5 months to the day since I got this dog. I've corrected him for everything that he's picked up, everything. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter. Napkins. I've corrected him for about 85 napkins thus far. Okay?
Well, maybe number 86 is the one,
I don't think so.
No.
So, so basically, now he's licking his own dick.
Well, he probably also did that before eating that cookie that you're going to eventually.
Now now because I don't know which one it is, the last 3 Oreos are getting sacrificed to a god that doesn't care about me. So anyway, we're walking and we get to the point where we got to pass under the train tracks. Okay.
Right.
And that's where he stopped.
Under the train tracks.
Under the train tracks.
Which
now,
is
I'm not
better than on the train tracks.
Right. Well, not in New Jersey. Where do you walk where you're on the train tracks? At least around here, you don't. Because it's all up on platforms. So I finally kind of get him to go. Now, I'm with my mobility instructor, so I'm not worried about being stuck under the train tracks and having to call for help. So I get to the post office. I know better than to take him into the post office because I'll never get him out.
Well, they have toys too?
No, they have air conditioning.
Ah.
So I turn him around. He doesn't want to leave. He's still pulling me toward the door to the post office. I'm like going, oh, not again. So now it's any building. If I take him to a building and then I turn him around, he wants to know why we're not going in there. And I'm like, this is just unraveling at an unbelievable rate. So That was the last time I worked him. Now, I mean, I got him to go. I finally got him to go in the direction of home. But it's just a point that if I don't have somebody with me, and he decides he's going to go off on his own journey, I've got problems.
So what did the instructor say?
Well, the instructor, this is the guy who works for the state. He doesn't work for the Seeing Eye.
Right.
That the Seeing Eye guy is coming on Tuesday, and that's where I think this is going to end up coming to an end. So, because I'm done.
But the guy from the state said...
The guy from the state doesn't, he doesn't, he doesn't know what to do.
He basically was like, yeah, you're fucked.
Well, he's like, I really wish this could work out. I mean, he's got a lot of potential. I said, yeah, he's got a lot of potential to get me killed.
Yeah. He came all the way out there to watch this dog do everything but what it's supposed to do, and all he could do is shrug his shoulders and go, well, gee, that sucks.
Well, the thing is, he's more along his job, I guess, is to help me to learn how to get around my neighborhood. It has nothing to do with the dog.
Oh, I see. He wasn't there for the dog, but he was observing.
No, but since I'm using the dog instead of the cane, that's the medium we're working with. But he's watching me, and he even said, look, I'll back you up if Seeing Eye wants to talk to me. But, I haven't been able to, he's still looking at this pile of cookies. Like, he is locked and loaded.
Well, you say you're not going to eat that now, so that's...
No, these are Oreo cookies with chocolate, which is toxic.
Why let them go to waste? I mean...
Because chocolate is toxic to a dog, Gators. If he eats these, I'll be rushing him to the vet.
I'm surprised you're not cramming them down his throat the way you're talking about him lately. No.
I don't want to kill... Look, I love this dog.
I'm joking.
He's just not working in the capacity that I need him to work, and I don't need a pet. I need a working dog. And, it breaks my heart to have to even consider giving him back. Because he's a great dog. When he's not ripping my arm out of its socket.
Well, I've not heard any of these stories about him being a great dog, though.
He's adorable. Like, he really is adorable. Like, regardless of the fact that he tried to eat my Oreos, which is a crime punishable by death, I'm still sitting here petting him. He follows me into the bathroom. Which I don't know why any dog would want to do that, but...
They do like sniffing each other's asses, so
He's not sniffing my ass, Gators.
No, he doesn't have to get right up there to get a little bit of smell wafting in the air. There,
I don't know, because he walks he follows me into the bathroom, and then he'll lay down on the floor next to me, and I have these little mats down on the floor, and he tries to play with the mats.
I see.
Or he'll literally lay across my feet until I flush the toilet. Then I flush the toilet, he jumps up and runs out of the bathroom.
Scared of flushing toilets, I see.
Yeah.
All right, well, we got some messages coming in here. Woodshop writes in, the Dune and Bob show with Damon and Gators and a show announcement of the Suburban Homeboys, if I read Facebook right. That is right, because whenever I log in to the Messenger, it is programmed to make an automatic announcement to the Facebook page with my show name,
right,
which is Suburban Homeboys. So... this works right 90% of the time, or 80%. Well, that percentage kind of drops and the more we use this program. And then, of course, if you too can go to facebook.com/NHP to see the show announcement for Suburban Homeboys and click on the YouTube link I posted if you want to see my new T-shirt. Because a few weeks ago, it had to be a few weeks ago because I ordered it from Woot and it finally arrived. So I know it's been a few weeks since I ordered it. But Dune sent me a link. Mind you, this is after I vowed to never order another T-shirt from Woot. And then Dune sends me a link to that day's Woot shirt, which is this nice glass of beer made up of the words that says, "Life is too short to drink crappy beer."
I can relate.
And I immediately was like, yes, that is my shirt. Because, you know me, I don't drink the Bud Light unless I have to. But
yeah.
And I am celebrating my shirt with a nice frosty mug of Amstel Light. But
what's wrong with Amstel Light?
I normally drink
better than what Dune drinks.
That's not saying much, but that is true. Amstel Light is the better option for low-carb options for beer, but I'm not doing this much longer.
Right. Where do you think you're going? No, because I threw out the cookies, and now he's trying to get into the garbage can.
So anyways, The month of July has not been a good Atkins month.
Oh no!
I've been adhering to the Atkins for most of the month. I mean, I did travel when I traveled to Salt Lake. There was one time we were ordering sandwiches, and a few of the meals might have had a few extra carbs in there. But I generally tried to stay as close to the program as I could. But basically, this entire month I've been in the 2 teens. And stubbornly, my body is sticking with the 2 teens. And I think that is where I was the last time I tried Atkins.
Maybe you got to start doing some exercising or something.
Fuck that shit. Why do you think I do Atkins?
Because you're a lazy fucking prick. See, exercise would be good for you in a number of areas, Gators.
Yeah. Well, that's not going to happen. But anyways, vacation is around the corner, and so come August 15th, I get an airplane, fly to the East Coast, and let me tell you, Atkins don't exist on the East Coast.
I was going to say, you come out here and you don't partake in your pizzas and your sausage and pepper sandwiches, I will find a way to shove it down your throat myself.
Oh, you won't have to. You will not have. I'll be busy shoving it down my own throat. Now, if you want to help shove more of it down my throat with me, you're more than welcome. I'll be glad to give you a shovel because I've got to get all that pizza and all. You're not eating any. No. You're going to be like, hey, where was mine? It was very delicious, Damon. But yes, the Atkins will be going on holiday when I go on holiday, and I am not.
I would hope so.
And I'm not bringing it back for the rest of the year. Not that I'm going to go.
Really?
Well, I never intended to do this permanently. I intended to drop some weight, and I kind of figured, maybe every January, New Year's resolution, we'll do Atkins for a few months to lose whatever weight I regain when I'm off the Atkins. I won't let myself go back up into the 260s like I was at. I'm not getting back up there.
So let me make sure I understand this. You're doing Atkins now until the middle of August.
Right.
Then when you come out here to the East Coast, Atkins goes out the window.
Right.
And you're going to cram bread, cheese, and meat.
And ice cream.
Ice cream into your system. Mm-hmm. And then when you go home, you're just not going to stop. You're just going to continue.
I'm not going to. When I get back, I'm going to go back to my normal routine. I'm not quite sure what that is anymore. I've been doing this for so long. Maybe I'll stick with the salads for lunch because before I was eating sandwiches for lunch. And I'm not crazy about the salads, but I'm also not crazy about the sandwiches. So maybe I'll stick with salads for lunch.
Dude, you can get like a grilled chicken Caesar salad thing. Those are awesome.
No, I don't go out for lunch every day. I only go out for lunch on Fridays. I buy Bago salad from the grocery store. Kristen grills up a few chicken breasts and cubes it, throws it in a Tupperware container, and every morning I take out a quarter of a Bago salad because 4 salads a week. Throw some chicken on top of it, sprinkle some shredded cheddar on there, and I've got my Italian vinaigrette salad dressing at work. And that's lunch. Although this week instead of chicken, it'll be leftover London broil on top of my salad.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's what we're having for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
And there's enough of that to put on the salad for the rest of the week.
There you go.
And it doesn't reheat good. You ever tried microwaving leftover London broil?
Have you ever tried microwaving leftover anything?
Some things microwave all right.
Yeah, not meat. No meat microwaves well.
Oh,
okay?
That's kind of true.
Baked potatoes in a microwave suck.
Mm-hmm.
But yet mashed potatoes aren't so bad. Go figure.
Well, you can add a little. They get a little like spackle, but you could add a little milk to that and thin it out a bit, and then throw it in the microwave.
Now pasta in the microwave actually does kind of work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because every Christmas Eve. The traditional Christmas Eve dinner in the Gators family is baked ziti. And you make baked ziti by the bucket load, of course, so that you have leftover baked ziti for, the rest of the year. And there you go. And And although I have to make baked ziti chicken parm now because Kristen not a fan of the loose ground beef, but that works out good actually. Breaded chicken breast, fry it up, throw it in the bottom of the pan, put all the ziti and sauce and mozzarella, throw that in the oven, get it kind of bubbling and all that. There you go. It's just absolutely.
Now you're making me hungry for pasta. I've gone from wanting a grilled chicken Caesar salad now to wanting pasta. And you ever try ordering pasta from a pizza place? It just doesn't work. No matter what pizza place I order from, it's only like it's.
Well, that pasta was made last week. That's the problem, you see.
No, it's the sauce. Because you don't use pizza sauce as pasta sauce. You don't. Okay? As an Italian, you don't do this.
No. I know that. You know that. These pizza places, on the other hand,
but see, the thing is,
I think they would know that.
Well, here's what I think is going on with the pizza places here in New Brunswick, or with pizza places in general. They're not generally run by Italians. Okay?
Now, they used to be.
Yeah, but in New Brunswick, I think they're run by Spanish people.
Yeah.
Or Greeks. And nothing wrong with Greeks can make a good pizza,
It's not the same, though.
But see, the thing is, they make good pizza. They don't make good pasta.
Nah.
So the lesson to be learned for all 2 of you NHB listeners, don't get pasta from a pizza place.
There you go. And don't get pasta from Domino's or Pizza Hut.
Oh, God, no. I tried that once.
Actually,
I will never do that again.
Don't get anything from Domino's.
No, actually, their boneless chicken pieces are really good.
I was about to say that about Pizza Hut, actually.
Yeah, you can get chicken from a pizza place.
The problem
it's good.
The problem with getting like the buffalo chicken from a Pizza Hut though is I did this for lunch a few times. This is before Atkins, of course.
Obviously.
And it was really good. You get the boneless breaded chicken, buffalo hot sauce, the blue cheese dressing. You dip it in. It was great. It was great for lunch. And I decided, well, this is so good, I got to take Kristen here sometime and show her that, wow, there's actually something good at this Pizza Hut place. And the problem is, Pizza Hut at lunch on a weekday, kind of dead. Pizza Hut around dinner, anytime,
it takes forever.
Well, you got the screaming kids that the parents have absolutely no control over, that are running all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the server, now I order the really hot, and she orders the medium. And I tried the medium. The medium just does not cut it for me. The really hot, maybe I could do it toning the really hot down a little bit, because by the end of that plate, I'm just like, but which is awesome. I still love it, but the medium just doesn't cut it at all. So I have to have the really hot. So I order the really hot. She orders a medium. The server brings out 2 baskets, unlabeled, and does not place one in front of either one of us. Just throws a tray down, and she immediately realized the mistake she made. And so her way of dealing with it was to throw the tray down and run away and pretend like she couldn't hear me asking, which one's mine? And so I took the tray back up to the counter. I'm like, I ordered a hot. My wife ordered medium. I don't know which is which. And they're like, so they're like, well, we'll figure this out. How they figure out? They figured we got a 50-50 chance. That's how they figured it out. And
couldn't you just smell it? If you put the hot up to your nose and sniff and fire,
I tried
sinuses.
Me, Kristen and I are dipping our finger in, taking a little taste. But the thing is it's cumulative. You really figure out by piece too. We were not really determining it. That was not working out. So I figured, well, we'll let the chef figure it out. The chef works with this stuff. He should have an idea. They flipped the coin. And how did that work out for them? But they came back out, and there was a sticker for medium on one, a sticker for hot on the other, said, there you go, you're all set. And I took them at their word. Why would they lie to me? Why would they put themselves in the position where they had a 50% chance of pissing me the fuck off? Yeah. But they did, because Kristen's eating hers, and she's like, wow, I might have to get the mild next time. And I'm eating mine. I'm like, well, this isn't as bad as I remember. And Chris is like, I finish mine. Now the thing is, we weren't talking; we were thinking these thoughts. So
Right.
I figured, well, it builds. I remember it being like not so bad in the first one and building, and it didn't build. I was like, gee, well, off a little bit. And Kristen's like, I can't finish this; it's just too much. I took a bite out of like one of the two that she left behind, and that's when I realized, you got mine and I got yours. Those fucking bastards! And they give you the website to fill out the survey on their website, on the receipt.
Oh no!
Oh,
and you know how that turned out.
Well, they asked, and I answered. I never heard back from them, even though I gave them all my contact information. Apparently, their management doesn't give a fuck that their
Why
staff...
would they want to like call the Incredible Gators and be like subject to? Because I can imagine.
Well, why have these surveys if you're not going to talk to the people that have had poor service to see what they could do to improve
the question
it?
is, how did you do it? Did you do, well, I just went and they gave me the wrong food, or did you go, you fucking bastards, you gave me the wrong goddamn food. What kind of brains are in your fucking goddamn head?
Hey, you fucking bastards is never the first line out of my mouth.
No, if you notice, that was a third sentence.
Yeah, it's the third sentence. Well, the questionnaire was mostly multiple choice, and I was.
Well, they didn't leave any room for editorializing.
Well, there were rooms for comments, because if there was something that you answered in the negative, it asked for details, and I politely and respectfully, without any curse words, did explain exactly what happened. And how this happened and how they delivered it without a greeting or anything, and then she disappeared, which to me, I took it to mean she knew what she did and was trying to dodge it, leaving it to us to figure out. I think she was hoping we would just kind of taste them and figure it out ourselves,
right,
and not bug her with it. And she was not the person that kind of came to the counter to help me out. So she basically was like, I'm going to disappear, time for a bathroom break, this is someone else's problem.
Right.
But because I know if I start throwing out cuss words, they're just going to throw it right into the trash, most likely.
Right.
It's not until I have someone's attention and they continue to be stupid that the curse words come out.
Uh-huh.
That's when, I want to make my point that, dude, you're just angering me more, and I'm going to express that anger in language that you understand. But... Plus,
yeah, sure.
It helps me vent a bit, We all need to vent. You know all about venting, Dame, and don't tell me you don't know about venting.
I know not what you speak of.
We have hours and hours and hours of recorded footage.
You lie.
You were dead and I stuck my cock in your ass.
Well, maybe that's not the best example.
Venting.
That wasn't
venting.
No, I'm just looking for anything I've got of you.
Go fuck yourself.
No, that wasn't you. That was...
See, now I know come the middle of August when you do show up here and you attach your hard drive to my computer and copy my show archive folder, then I'm done.
More wiener! More wiener!
Yeah.
That was not venting either.
No, that was expressing what you were desiring at that moment.
Yeah, because I was at Nathan's.
There you go.
I don't want it hot dog.
Oh, yeah, you are in trouble because Dune sent me a link yesterday.
Oh, really?
2.
Okay.
2. Not
okay.
1, but 2.
Yeah.
5 terabyte hard drives.
How is this that I'm in trouble?
Because now I have plenty of space to put your archive.
Wait, 5 terabyte hard drives?
2 of them. 2, 5. That makes a total of 10 terabytes, or more likely,
really?
5 terabytes mirrored. They're USB 3.0 external drives. I'm gonna hook them up to my 2 USB 3.0 ports. I'm gonna make them a mirrored pair, and there we go. Another redundant 5 terabytes.
How much are these drives?
Let me see. The pair cost me something like 300 and something.
Oh.
For 10 terabytes.
I'd be happy with 1. I didn't know if we were up to 5. I'm still working on 1 gigabyte or 1 terabyte externals.
Oh, I've got too many 1 terabyte drives that are nearly full. I've got my pair of 3 terabyte. That's where all my music goes, and I have the 2 terabyte that has ISO images and.
You need 3 terabytes because You don't deal with those compressed formats like the rest of the world.
No. Why would I settle for that bullshit? But Woodshop writes in, I stayed in the 2 teens for almost 6 months as I lost stuff from face, arms, and legs, but not on scale. Finally started moving down again. Okay. Woodshop writes in, I sure as heck hope you didn't leave a tip. Wait, you're supposed to leave a tip at a Pizza Hut?
I think the idea is that anytime you have a server, you're supposed to tip them. But
I don't consider a place where you walk up to the cash register and tell them what you want. Someone's not coming to me with a pad of paper. But then again,
they are bringing it out to you, though.
Then again, I did leave a tip at what's that? Sizzler. I did leave a tip at Sizzler, and that's a place where you go to cash register. But then the server does bring the food out to you and refill your drinks. Pizza Hut does not refill your drinks, though. They have the fountain, and you got to go up and refill your own drinks.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only thing she did was bring us our food. No greeting, no smile, no help. So I saw. The thought of a tip did not even cross my mind.
Yeah. Now here's the question. Do you tip a bartender? Because I do.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Always. Yes.
When I go out on my Thursday night adventures, when I do buy drinks, because I was experimenting, because as you know, last Sunday I was hungover. So this Thursday I went out and I had nothing. In fact, I had sodas, which the guys, because I'm such a regular at that place, they never charge me for a soda.
Oh, that's cool.
And then one person bought me a drink. So I had 1 Captain and Coke, and that was it. And it wasn't all that bad. Although I wish I would have recorded. I should have recorded it because I got up and I did Prince's Kiss.
Yeah, I should have recorded that.
Yeah, I should have recorded it because the bar was really packed, and I had everybody. I mean, the place was going fucking nuts. It was awesome.
Cool.
And then I got, totally rejected by some girl.
Oh, what happened?
Well, I don't know, because, at the beginning of the night, I was talking to this girl, and she was all, she'd never been to karaoke before, and she was all excited about hearing me go, that I sang. And the first song I did was Sweet Child of Mine, and she totally loved it and gives me this big hug.
Okay.
But she's talking to this other guy the whole night. And me, I'm doing my usual wandering around the bar. I have a friend of this friend of mine who's I think if you remember from last week, he's the one trying to make me into a pickup artist.
Mm-hmm.
So he showed up and he's yelling at me, "You got to approach! You got to approach! You got to approach!" I'm like, "It's so fucking loud in here, I can't function all that well." So by the end of the night, when it gets quiet, I'm walking around, but I don't have the balls to just walk up to people and insert myself into their conversation. I wasn't raised that way.
Right.
So this girl comes up to me at the end of the night and she says goodbye and she gives me this big hug.
Mm-hmm.
Several, actually.
Okay.
I was like, well, I really, you should come back more. And I was kind of teasing her because she's like, people are intimidated by me. I said, oh, you're so intimidated. Because I guess she's tall. She's got long legs and arms. And I'm like, oh, you're so intimidating. So the whole night, when I did get the chance to talk to her, I kept picking on her because I'm like, you don't scare me. I'm not afraid of you. What?
Well, I don't know.
No, because she was laughing at it,
Oh, okay, all right.
So,
I'll give you that.
Then she's like, well, I don't know if, I don't know when I'm coming back. I said, oh, well, that's really disappointing. Now I'm offended. You're not going to, And she's like, well, I'll look for you. I said, well, is there any way I can get in touch with you? Directly. And she just kind of gave that little giggle. And she's like, I'll just look for you. And quickly walked away. And I'm like, you bitch.
Oh.
Now, the guy who's trying to make me into this pimp is like, he observed this whole thing.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, hey, you got to just keep going up to people and trying until you get it right. You got to get over this anxiety that you have. He's like, you're going to get shot down. You're going to get shot down a lot.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, and even sometimes when you think that you're not going to get shot down and you pick up on certain signs, women don't always know what they want. But then again, guys are the same way too. But here's a story I've got from one of my many failed attempts. Because as we all know, my first girlfriend was Kristen. With the exception of some internet girlfriends, but I don't count those.
Yeah.
Those were just crazies. Anyways, so there was back when I was living in Jersey, there were the guys I used to drink with. You know, you've heard me talk about them, Pete and the guys. And one of Pete's friends is Daryl. And at one point, Daryl was in a serious relationship with his girlfriend Sandy at the time, and he was basically living with her. He still had his own place, and she had her own place, but he spent more time at her place than his place.
Yeah.
And she had some kids, and so it was, you know, basically she didn't let him out to play as much as he used to come out and hang out with us. So if I wanted to maintain my friendship with Daryl, I had to go sit with him at Sandy's place and sit and watch TV with him while the kids are running around. And
oh, joy.
Well, the thing was is Sandy was perfectly fine with beer because she would be drinking with us too. So as long as there's beer there and there's TV, I'm fine. Beer, TV, friends, that's all I really need to have a fun Saturday night. We don't have to be standing around outside showing off our assholes to each other. Wait, what? No.
Okay.
Pete's brother Jim had this thing he would do. Hey, you want to see something silly? And then he would spread his ass cheeks and go, well, that was pretty silly, wasn't it? And I was like, what the fuck? That was not silly.
Alrighty then.
So I was perfectly fine hanging out at Sandy's place with Daryl because there was no chance of someone spreading cheeks showing off his asshole to me.
Right.
I don't know, is that called presenting? Wait, no.
Okay, move on.
All right. So Sandy had a friend who was hung up on some guy that I guess it wasn't happening. And Sandy was like, you'd like my friend. I should introduce you to my friend. And meanwhile, I think she's telling the friend, you'd like him. I should introduce you to Daryl's friend. Now, the thing is that I was the youngest in the group of these people I was hanging out with. Mm-hmm. You know, so Sandy and Daryl are of kind of a different generation. No, I mean, it wasn't like, oh, my God, they're so much old. But they were definitely older than me. It was, you know, there was a little bit of a generation gap there. You know, maybe they were in your generation. No, what?
All right. Yeah, you'll be my age one day, pal.
Yeah, and then you'll be really old. But reminds me of
still better looking than you.
Okay, so they keep telling me, you know, oh, we got to introduce you to this. Oh, we'll introduce you to her. We'll introduce you to her. Oh, yeah. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, okay. And so she's over one time. We're all hanging out, and you know, I didn't make a move. She didn't make a move because we're both just met each other. So we're just really kind of, you know, doing a little dance and checking each other out. So we're making drinks that night, and you know, we all got nice and drunk. As I crashed on the couch, and she crashed in one of the kids' rooms. And Daryl actually posed the question because the kids were actually away that weekend. And Daryl posed the question to Sandy: should Jonathan try to sneak into the room? And I'm like, no, I'm not. Not while she's drunk.
That is just no bad news.
And Sandy's like, Daryl, no. All right, so you know, we got along. We were both shy. Which was a problem because if you have two people that are shy, they're both have friends that are basically pushing them towards each other, and you know they're both kind of you know you know. So we hang out another time. We're sitting around watching a movie, and Sandy was so obviously trying to lead us towards you know
hooking up. Yeah.
See,
I'm sorry. That never ends well.
Well, this didn't end well. Well, it didn't end bad, but it didn't end well. And so, you know, I started making small talk, ask her about her job, things like that, whatever. And so, you know, now Sandy and Daryl are egging both of us on. And she's cute. She's available. Supposedly, she was telling Sandy she thinks I'm cute. Supposedly, she's telling Sandy that she's into me, been thinking about me after meeting me. And, you know, Sandy and Daryl are feeding me this information to build up my confidence, you know. And they're like, I'm like, what do you want me to do? Ask for a number. Just ask for a number. Ask for a number. Okay. End of the night. She's getting ready to leave because we weren't drinking so much that we couldn't drive that night. So she's heading out. I'm like, hey, can I get your number? And she's like, I need to think about that. Okay, bye. Boom, out the door. It was... That was the last time I saw her. And, you know, she left, and I don't think they heard me ask for the number, but they saw that something had happened, and they're like, what was that? I was like, well... I asked for her number because you had told me to, and she said no. What the fuck you guys. You told me she was going to give me her number. What the hell did you... I didn't go completely off of them, but I was like, dude, you guys told me this was going to work. What the hell? Well, she told us she was into you. We don't, I'm like, oh.
See, but that's, I mean, but this wasn't even, like, in my case, it was like, I really, like I said, every time I wandered over to that end of the bar,
yeah,
she was talking to this guy. So me, I mean, like I said, I really could give a shit anymore. It's like, all right,
obviously she was into the other guy.
Maybe so, yeah. Now, I mean, now the other thing that I've observed, and it really solidified itself on Thursday night, is that every time I get up and I sing a song, 90% of the people who come up to me and compliment me on the song are dudes. Like, girls generally don't. And now, keep in mind, I mean, I involve the crowd, I interact with them, I'm like all, NHB minus the fuck you and fuck you again, I mean, it's that kind of mode. Picture the energy.
We know we need here. Clearly you're picking a repertoire that the dudes are digging.
I don't think Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses and Kiss by Prince are dude songs.
Well, but dudes like those songs.
No, not all. No. Actually, the girls like Guns N' Roses. And I've seen other guys do, like, Kiss by Prince, and the girls go fucking nuts because the guy has to sing in falsetto the whole way. And, I mean,
there's nothing manlier than a guy singing falsetto.
Well, yeah. Look, I've even done Bruno Mars' Locked Out of Heaven, which is a more modern song that I know the girls like. Bruno Mars.
Who?
The fact that it's a modern pop song.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. Going for the younger ladies, then, I take it.
Yeah, because it's a college bar, so a lot of what comes in there are the Rutgers crowd.
You're the creepy old dude hanging out at the college bar.
No, I'm not the only one. A lot of the people who go to karaoke they're all age groups. Okay. A lot of 20s, but there's like I know there's a couple people close to my age.
Okay, all right. Any women close to your age?
I don't know. It changes every week. Oh. It's been weird the last couple of months because it's summer break, so it's not. I mean, like Thursday was crowded only because like the Johnson & Johnson crew apparently decided let's all hit karaoke. Because I'm right around where Johnson & Johnson is, I guess.
Right.
Or is it Robert Wood Johnson? I don't know. One of those Johnsons.
Well, they're both in Jersey.
Yeah, well, there was nobody on my Johnson. That's the only thing. My Johnson was not visited. Yeah, pretty much. So, but every week it changes. Like, even a lot of the people who were regulars, when I first started going and for the last year and a half, a lot of the old regulars don't go to karaoke anymore. Now, it's like me and like random, like one or two other regulars might rotate in and out, but it's a whole new batch of people, So I feel like, I can't come up with an appropriate analogy, but well, you might be familiar with the Grease movies.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I feel like the chick in Grease 2.
Okay.
Well, the one who was there in Grease 1, and then she came back for Grease 2, and none of the other cast was there.
Well, I see. I never saw Grease 2 because
you're not missing much.
Yeah. There was only really one Grease movie. The others count. I mean,
no, but I mean, that was one of those sequels gone wrong moments. But. And then, so I didn't have much of anything to drink Thursday. So last night I went out, and I had the magic number for me seems to be 3.
Well, 3 is a magic number.
Yeah, I mean, as Schoolhouse Rock taught us.
Yes, you got the reference.
Yeah, so 3 Captain and Cokes, and I decided too that I was going to drink water. And I met up with one of my friends, guy friend, and we ended up going to a different bar where I had a beer, and then I had another water.
Right.
And then I got home, and I took 2 leave before I went to sleep, so I'm not hungover.
Well,
I really wasn't drunk. I was buzzed.
Right. A little preventative maintenance.
Is that the original?
Has a magic number.
Yeah, all right.
I believe so. There we go. There we go. It's a magic number. Yeah, it's all right. So you had your magic number and your lead.
And there were so the guy took me over to this other bar. He claimed it was like a bar where more hipster girls hang out.
Okay.
And I still didn't really, we ended up going back to some friend's house of theirs after the bar closed. And there were a couple girls there who really didn't acknowledge my existence. So I ended up sitting in a chair at 3 in the morning, in the backyard, listening to Rolling Stones from the 70s,
Well, it beats Rolling Stones from the 80s.
I guess so.
Or
and
90s.
Yeah. Or today.
Yeah.
So, and then, I didn't get home until 4 in the morning. But it was and even the guy, because, what was cool about this is, the guy picked up my tab. So I didn't even put out any money last night. And then he paid for the cab over to the bar, and he paid for the cab ride home, which I appreciated. And he even said, "Look, I'm sorry, man. Girls are being weird tonight." And I said, "Yeah." But this is one of those guys who, I get the impression he's one of those guys who claims more game than he actually has.
Well, I think any guy that claims to have game is one of those guys.
So,
because none of us have any fucking clue what we're doing. Some of us are just better at faking it than others.
Well, this is another one who seems to think that what I'm wearing isn't good enough, and I need to dress more like Al Pacino from Scent of a Woman. And I'm like, yeah, because every blind guy hasn't tried that at one point in time, I mean, I don't even know what that is, but I've been going out lately. When I go out, I wear jeans and I have my little sleeveless T-shirts because they're nice and cool, And I'm not a skinny twig anymore, so I can fill them out. And Thursday, and I got my hair cut recently. I'm sporting ridiculously short hair now. It's almost scary. I haven't gotten a selfie yet taken to put up on Facebook. I don't think blind guys take very good selfies.
No, they tend not. That would be an interesting hashtag, blind guy selfies,
Yeah, there you go. Maybe I'll try one.
Get a picture of someone's ear, picture someone's
because you
neck.
aim the phone in the general direction of my face.
Right.
But I don't know, now you got to deal with front, how's the phone angled? What's the lighting like?
Although, speaking of new hashtags, I started a new hashtag today that I'm hoping takes off.
Which is?
I use a sock. I blame venison for this. All right. So let me bring up the whole conversation. Somehow, venison's discovered someone on Twitter by the name of Bob Caustic that every tweet of his has something to do with sperm. Every tweet. I went and looked at this guy's Twitter account. Every tweet has something to do with sperm. And Venison decided that this tweet was the one that was worth retweeting. And then after Venison retweets something, he'll IM it to me. Because he's that type of guy. So then I know, okay, time to head over to Twitter. And what he retweeted was from Bob Caustic, if sperm is good for your skin and makes it look younger, then how come my hands both look the same age? And so I responded to this tweet by saying, I think the real question is, how come you're coming all over your hand? Hashtag I use a sock. So I'm curious to see if anyone else has picked up on this hashtag. Nope. My tweet is the only tweet to use this hashtag.
Sorry, Gators. Once again, you're trying to make a trend and it falls to the ground.
Oh, well, yeah. No, I'm an original. My goal is to have the most amount of hashtags that only I use.
But see, there's only one use for that hashtag.
Well,
and you pretty much used it.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to ever use that hashtag. Well, for one, I don't use a sock, but,
okay. Okay, so yeah, only people that use socks will use that hashtag, and only people that are proud to talk about their sock use will use that.
I mean...
That's not where the conversation ended, though.
Oh, God.
Venison responded back by saying, "That's an idea. I don't have a cat to rat me out."
What?
Well, you all remember the cat story, right?
No, I don't want to.
Well, Gothard's cat took a liking to my sock. And if I didn't leave the door, if I didn't remember to close the door to my bedroom, the cat would wander into my bedroom, sniff out the sock, and come proudly prancing out into the living room.
The sock that you use?
Yes. Now, mind you, there was a pile of dirty laundry in the bathroom. If the cat just wanted dirty socks, the cat could have grabbed any dirty sock it wanted to. No, it was always that sock that the cat sought out. And at first, Gothard was kind of curious about how come, Gators is always quick to grab that sock away from the cat. Why is the cat always grabbing Gator's sock? And when Gothard found that the cat took a liking to the tissues left in his wastepaper basket one night, that's when Gothard figured out, oh, that's what the cat likes the smell of.
Oh, this is making me nauseous, Gators.
And so I tweeted back, LOL, darn cat, proudly prancing out in front of the company with a solid stained sock in his mouth. And Venison tweeted back, yeah, not quite the definition for cum stained pussy, LOL. So this is the type of conversations Venison has on Twitter.
Okay.
Hence my new hashtag, I use a sock.
I guess it's better than the hashtag I use the cat.
I think the cat would have liked that, though.
Well, at least he'd have a reason to lick himself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, great. I smell just like the socks I love.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't have to go find a sock.
I am not going to use my dog, though.
No, that's probably a bad idea.
I don't think I can get him to stand still long enough.
No. Hey, you like the cream in the middle of the Oreo cookie? Well, here, I got something for you.
I can't believe I had to throw out 3 Oreo cookies because of that fucking dog. Now, if they would have been double stuffed...
Oh, that would have been a crime.
Yeah, no, then I would have dropped them down the elevator shaft.
There you go.
See, that would have been like Foghorn Leghorn in the Looney Tunes cartoon. Of course, this means war.
Darn dog. All right, we got a message that just came in. Whacked Out writes in, hope the cat was female. Nope. Cat was not a female.
There's the thing, I think, because, I'm pretty damn sure that there's been times where I've taken care of business, and on my way to the bathroom to wash my hands, my dog has been following me trying to smell my hands.
Oh. Well, I told you.
I don't give a fuck. All right, here, you want it? Good.
That reminds me of a funny video I saw on Facebook today. A guy decided to pull a bathroom prank, which, it takes a special type of person to pull off a prank that would be classified as bathroom prank. This guy goes to a public bathroom, goes into a stall, smears some chocolate pudding on his hand, and then asks the dude in the next stall, hey, I'm out of toilet paper in here. You got any you can hand over? And you see where this is going. Makes a point to get a little chocolate pudding on the guy's hand as he's handed the toilet paper over. The video ends with the guy trying to break the door down into the stall that the guy is videoing this is in, and the video just stops there. So,
I mean, and then we wonder why the unemployment rate is so high in this country. I mean, people apparently aren't looking for jobs. They're too busy doing this shit.
Yeah. Literally.
This is some bored motherfucker,
Yeah, let's go.
Well, this is a case for not putting cameras in phones.
Yeah. Or not allowing phones in bathrooms.
Yeah, because we're going to stop that.
Yeah.
You're sitting in the restroom trying to drop one, and, you can't play Candy Crush Saga, and that could be a problem.
Because of some asshole with a camera.
Yeah.
To ruin it for everyone.
Well, the one that I really love is the cameras on tablets. Like, all right, I can understand the camera on the phone's small. Imagine waving, and I know I've talked about this before. Now, imagine waving an iPad around.
Well,
You know?
FaceTime, though.
I guess. Actually, it's kind of funny because I'm probably going to shock Johnny Gators. The job that I do, working for a company I can't name, they're starting this little initiative now where they're at the blindness convention. They're pushing their screen reader of choice with a Dell tablet running Windows 8. Okay. So in my attempts to keep up with technology, I went over to Dell's website and I looked up said tablet and I was going to order it. It's a Dell Venue 8 Pro running Windows 8.1, and I would have put my screen reader on it, and I was going to buy a Bluetooth keyboard and hook up my Braille display, just so that, because I know that they're going to start pushing this, and I wanted to be able, because the latest version of said screen reader now has touchscreen support with all those gestures and stuff like that. And I figured two things. I could replace my MacBook Pro with Mavericks and dual booting into Windows 8.1 with the tablet, and I can use the tablet as my work machine, and I could use my MacBook to do music stuff, you know? Now, I have tried this 3 times, going to Dell's website, because I have Dell credit, as everybody knows.
Right.
The infamous spit from 7 years ago, I have credit at Dell. I still have credit at Dell.
Oh, that's good. It's finally going to pay off.
Well, I haven't bought a computer from Dell since 2009, which is the desktop machine I'm still using. And it's still running fine because it has 12 gigs of RAM. You know, I mean, this machine's not obsolete yet.
Right.
So, and it's still running Windows 7. I haven't updated it to 8 yet. But
anyway, it to 8.
Well, no, I bought it in 09. So, I see what you're saying.
You're right.
Yeah, I haven't downgraded it to 8. So I go through this whole thing, and I add Microsoft Office 2013 to the tablet, and I buy the case, and I buy the keyboard, and I even extend the warranty a little bit because it's a tablet and I need it for work. So I figured, fuck it. And it was gonna cost me about $600.
Right.
With everything. I get all the way up to the point where it's like you're filling in your name and your address and this and that and the other, and you're checking method of payment, and Dell makes you check I am or I am not going to export this product out of the U.S. and this is not for resale. I mean, all these silly little check boxes Dell makes you check. I click on the next button, and no matter what I put in the address field, it says my address is not correct. And I think the only reason why it's failing is because Dell apparently makes you put in the 4. You know how you have the 5-digit zip code, and a lot of times you have the dash and the 4 digits after that?
Right. Dell
apparently wants that extension of my zip code, which I don't know.
So you're screaming at your computer at this point, I take it.
No, I really could have been. At that point, I was like, well, fuck you, Dell. You're not getting my money. Yeah. And I won't call them. I refuse to call them because I'm not talking to India.
No, I mean, my first thought is, that sucks. Dell sucks. And, things that make it more difficult to give a business your money is a problem in my mind, and a problem that businesses should care way more about than they appear to do.
Well, you know what it is? It's this whole, they want to do this address verification because you're buying these expensive computers and whatnot, and they want to make sure they have the correct address so that they don't ship things to the wrong address.
Right. But if someone has committed $600 and you can't click the next button, that should flag like, dude, get someone over there, live chat or whatever you need to do to get that fucking next button clicked. We want that $600.
I can click the next button. It just keeps giving me an error that my address is not correct.
Which means you can't really click it. You can't really click it. It keeps bringing you to the same page. That should flag down a live person to help get the $600 extracted from you.
I don't know if I'd be able to use the live chat on their website.
Oh, that's a problem.
And I won't call. I won't call their sales department because I don't want to talk to India.
Well, if you did want to take the effort that you shouldn't have to take, I'm sure you could enter your address in on the USPS.com site, and they would tell you the full zip code.
Yeah, I did try to do a Google search for that kind of stuff, and I couldn't find anything.
Let's see. If I go to USPS.com, Let's take a look at the quick tool. Find a USPS location. No. Buy stamps. No. Schedule pickup. No. Calculate a price. Look up a zip code. Here we go. All right. So street address. Oh wait, you're not going to give that out.
Yeah. What are you, out of your fucking mind?
You can IM me that.
Hey, hold on. Let's see.
Got to be there soon, anyways.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that vacation coming up. Get out to the East Coast. Head out to the shore, eat some pizza. Might even head into New York City and have a private viewing of the RCA Mark II synthesizer.
Oh.
Well, I asked the guy whose room is now that office. Now his office.
All right, I messaged you.
Oh, okay. I should bring that up then. Let's see.
Well, I messaged the NHB Live.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see your...
Woodshop writes in, yep, Dell Venue 8 Pro. Got one of those a day or two ago. The 64 gig one for $190. Got to love coupon stacking.
See, I couldn't find coupons.
Oh, Woodshop needs to IM you personally, it sounds like. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Apartment 25. Oh, wait. I'm not supposed to read this out loud.
There's no apartment 25.
You're not supposed to tell people that I'm giving out fake information.
Right.
Oh, wait. Is that a letter after the number? Oh, okay. All right.
It's L.
Okay. And that's in Pennsylvania. No, wait.
Yeah.
You've been fooling everyone all these years.
That's
it.
Yeah.
I just blew your secret for the world.
I'm pretty sure if someone typed in my name, my address will end up showing up eventually. I mean, look, if you really want to hunt me down after all these years, because I've said something back in 2006 that upset you, and you want to shoot me through the head, you'd be doing me a favor.
All right. The numbers you are looking for are 2483.
2483.
2483. Okay. Those are the numbers you need to order a Dell tablet or anything from Dell.
Apparently, well, I guarantee you, it's still gonna. You just IM me with that.
Okay, I'll cut and paste it right from USPS's site, so it's all in capital letter, and it has the.
Yeah, because then if they turn around and be like, that address is not correct, I'm gonna be like, you're a fucking liar. Oh, great! And then format that with a whole bunch of spaces too. All right, let's delete that and delete that. Format that there. Not that I should really be running up any more fucking debt at this moment, but I could write it off as a business expense.
Oh yeah, you can.
And I mean, forget the fact that I already have an iPad Mini.
That's not how I want to format it because now there should be a space between the L and the N.
I think I could figure that part out, Gators.
Okay.
Like I said, I want to free up my laptop to do because I wanted a Mac to do music stuff with, and my Mac Mini, which is my old broadcast machine, which I'm not using anymore, doesn't really cut it. So, I figured
there you go.
And I'd rather wrestle with a tablet on my desk as my work machine than this 13-inch MacBook Pro.
That's probably a smart move. All right, well, there you go. Hopefully that will help you get your tablet.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure that people who are bitching about my debt as we speak are going to love this. I'm going to go over to my parents' house in a few weeks. I'm like, hey, Mom, Dad, look at my Windows tablet.
How'd you pay for that?
My credit at Dell, but it's a work expense.
Hey, for someone who votes Republican, you sure spend wait, what? Never mind.
I don't vote.
No, you're right. You don't. Your dad does on your behalf.
No, I stopped. I could care less.
You stopped letting him fill out your ballots for you?
See, that's the thing. Because, for me, I wouldn't just vote because I know my vote doesn't count. But, I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Your vote doesn't count, folks. But anyway, he's the one who would always get the absentee ballot. And
then fill it out and then say, here, sign here.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I figure, hey, he follows the shit I don't. Because I get too angry.
You know what? He might follow it more than you, but just because he follows it doesn't mean that's what you agree with.
See,
you know, because there are people who follow this stuff and think the exact opposite.
See, but here's the thing. Okay, I don't believe anything I read because I always look at it as what.
No,
what
you shouldn't, because anytime you forwarded stuff that your parents have read, we've come back with the contradictory proof.
It's not even about that. I mean, granted, I've gotten stuff, and I consider my parents wiser than I am in these things because they watch a lot more TV than I do. And they watch news channels. I mean, yeah, you can say
Fox news channels. But...
Yeah, but listen, you can sit here and say what you want about Fox, but don't tell me CNN and MSNBC are unbiased in the opposite direction.
Oh, they're all biased. They're all shit. But
we got a liberal slant, and Fox has a conservative slant. We need something. I think the sad part
and that's where the Daily Show comes in.
Maybe I don't watch that. Someone once told me that the only news network that seems to actually report news in an unbiased fashion is Al Jazeera.
You know, that lots of people have said that.
And so maybe that's true. Kind of funny in an ironic way that, but anyway, I mean, but I've just gotten to the point now where I read things and I go, and where is this what I want to see is like, I think I'd rather read shit from people who don't live in this country. But then they're going to give it the anti-American slant. Look at what these dumb fucking Americans are doing now.
Well, well, they're probably true. That's probably right, though.
So I've just decided
we are dumb, and we do stupid things.
I know. We keep our government the way it is.
I think any news story that starts the dumb Americans did this stupid thing now is probably going to be more factual than anything you see on our TV.
Yeah. See, to me, the only way you're going to fix this is if we just clean sweep the whole damn government. Everybody goes. You're all fired. There's no re-electing. We thank you for your service or disservice to our country. Republican, Democrat, I don't care. Gone. Everyone out. And we just elect all new people.
I'm in favor of that. I am totally in favor of that.
Wow, we actually agree on something.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, I'm going to go one step further and say, okay, if you have a D or an R in front of your name, you're not allowed to run.
I'm fine with that, too.
No. Damn it, you're done. You're done. Your party sucks. Whoosh, out the door you go. We need new letters. Like, I don't know, N and R. Or no, R's already taken. How about LMNOP?
LMNOP.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, give it a few years, it'll be just as bad, though.
That's why we need to,
term limits.
Well, I
serve your terms and then get the fuck out.
Yeah, this isn't working at Sears in the early 20th century. Okay, you're not allowed to have the 50-year plan. And fuck this pension bullshit. And you got to be on our health care, bitches. None of this special government health care bullshit that's probably better than everyone else's. No, you got to be on the shit you signed into law.
Exactly.
Because I love that. Oh, we signed Obamacare into law, but none of us are on it. Well, gee, that doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence.
Well, well, technically, they are in a sense because it all still revolves around employer-based health care. It's just that they are an employer that is
no bullshit,
infinitely funded by us.
Gators, no, they're forcing us into this plan. Okay, they're not giving us a choice. They're forcing us into this plan, and then they're gonna be like, well, have fun. We got our own. No bullshit! You signed this damn thing into law without reading it.
Everyone's got their own. It's an employer-based health care is bullshit to start with, and I wanted to see a plan that did away with that. I wanted to see a public option. Obamacare didn't go far enough. But of course, there are probably people whose blood pressures are rising right now. But so let's change the topic.
Yeah, well, But I'm just saying, no, I can't see how Dune would disagree with what I'm saying.
Oh, no, Dune, we all know Dune is very much in favor of get the fuck out. That's policy number one, get the fuck out. That is what we need to get through Congress right now. The GTFO bill is what we need.
There you go. 2016. What? I don't care if you still have time on your
2016.
term.
Fuck tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Look, I prefer tomorrow personally. I prefer now.
Yeah.
We changed all the locks on the fucking Senate, the White House. No, you're not allowed back in.
Oh, well, we'll be kind. We'll give them 2 weeks notice.
No. Obama's gonna come home from his latest vacation / fundraising / whatever, and he's just gonna find his boxes on the front fucking porch.
As long as everyone else's boxes are there too.
Oh, believe me. No, well, listen. We're gonna. You know what? We're just gonna post something on Twitter because we know he checks his Twitter all the time. We're opening the gates. Your shit's gonna be on the front lawn. Come home before the residents of Washington D.C. rob all your shit. And then we're just gonna post something in like free White House lawn sale.
Yeah. Get rid of all of them. Who else? Who else are we gonna get rid of? I'll tell you who else we're gonna get rid of. Just as.
Camp, yeah. It's
No,
Boner.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that guy.
It's Boner.
That guy. Get rid of him.
It's Boner.
We don't need no more boners in office.
Well, we don't need no Obamas or boners. How's that sound?
Yeah, exactly. You kick Obama out. I say, great. Kick him out. Kick Boner out. Kick everyone out.
We get Obama, Boner, Bush, and what's that other Pelosi? Get rid of her too.
Hey, if we're getting rid of all of them, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, no, everyone goes.
I'll throw the Democrat Party under the bus if it gets rid of the Republican Party too. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but see, they're both fucking up.
Exactly.
So I say we even go so far. The staff, like the even down to the housekeeping. You're all gone. Get the fuck out. We want the clean sweep bill. Even the housekeeping goes. The chefs, everybody. We're just unloading.
The CSGTFO bill. Clean sweep, get the fuck out. There we go.
Yeah. And this way I'm not discriminating.
Right.
I don't care what color you are. I know if you work, I would just take it all the way down the line. And in fact, I'm willing to almost sweep everyone. Let's just take all the state governments too. You're all gone. Get the fuck out. Even the guy that's running my state, who I've supported for the most part, get the fuck out.
Yeah. If it gets rid of everyone else, you'll throw anyone you like under the bus.
Absolutely.
Because you know what, we're starting to sound like.
It's only a matter of time until, because I've been hearing things about Governor Christie here, where it's like, what? Did he fall off a horse or something? And he was doing fine. What the fuck is he doing now?
Well, he wants to run for president, so.
So he's got to start fucking up.
Right, because that's what it takes to run for president. Is you got to be a fuck up.
If you do shit right, you're not going to get elected.
I mean, how do you think W got in? I mean, clearly only fuck-ups allowed. Only fuck-ups need apply.
But hold on. According to you, W didn't do anything right even when he was governor.
He's. I don't know much about when he was a governor. All I know is the guy's a fuck-up.
They're all fuck-ups.
Yeah.
I just say, I say if you want to do the government right, we do pick names out of a hat. Do that whole big
I'm thinking the best person for president would be someone that doesn't want to be president. We drag him kicking and screaming into the Oval Office, chain him to the desk, and say, "You work."
Yeah, because see, the people who want to be president seem to be fucking it up. So we get someone who doesn't want to be president, and he might actually do a good job.
Right.
Or, no, you know what you do? We get someone who has absolutely no money whatsoever.
Well, we need money out of politics. I think this whole, because everything revolves around fundraising and money in the campaign.
You do away with all that shit.
And then you owe people favors. No, get the money out of politics.
I got to be careful with how I say it, because you'd sit here and you say you take someone with no money and make them the president, then we'll be calling him President Venison. And I'll shoot the fucker. He's not running this country.
As much as I'm opposed to this idea, could he do any worse than what we've already had?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
I've learned one thing.
One thing is that it will take him a while to get anything done, because the first thing he's got to do is find a Wi-Fi signal he could hack into from the Oval Office.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem, though, because apparently, clearly he doesn't understand finances, so
It's going to be interesting seeing that extension cord run from the White House to what's the nearest building he could tap into. I mean, the White House got a pretty big yard. I'm thinking it's going to take a long extension cord.
I would imagine that the White House. Yeah, that just now brings up an interesting question.
Well, Obama did put the solar panels back in that Reagan took out, so that'll help out.
But here's the thing: who provides the internet to the White House? I mean, when Obama can't get on the internet, does he call Verizon? Does he call AT&T? Does he call Comcast? I mean, who's provide? And who?
No, he yells "Internet's down," and someone else calls Verizon.
Right, but that's the thing: who's the poor, unfortunate tech support asshole who's got to take the call from the White House? Knowing that if they fuck this up, some drone is just going to come and shoot his family to death.
I would think that the White House would have some kind of a system in place that it doesn't go down because, I mean, this is like a national security issue. I mean, this is the guy that's got the briefcase with the launch codes. If I think he kind of needs 24/7 access to everything. He
probably just has his own internet
then again, you do hear stories about apparently there was a few months of time where Bill Clinton had lost the codes. Like if he needed to launch at some point, it wasn't going to happen because I think I put it in my other suit. Did that go out to the dry cleaners?
I would imagine there's got to be some major level of redundancy. Like, I lost the codes, but he knows them. Or
no, there are certain things only the president has the authority and has the codes, which are like
So what is it like? It's under the fourth rock in the backyard, past the third tree,
Oh, here, let's find the news story. I mean, hey, this is about something stupid a Democratic president did, so I think Dune would approve us covering this. Let's see.
At least we could say George. At least we could say W never lost the codes.
Well, we don't know that.
True.
I'd imagine that for 8 years we had no idea where the codes
were. You probably never had the
codes.
That's
my take on it. That's my story.
You probably want that.
Let's see.
With him not having the codes.
Let's see. General Hugh Shelton, who served under Clinton as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, tells a story in his just-published memoir, Without Hesitation, The Odyssey of an American Warrior. At one point during the Clinton administration, the codes were actually missing for months. That's a big deal, a gargantuan deal. Shelton claims the story has never been released before, but retired Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Robert Patterson told a very similar account in his own book published 7 years ago. Patterson was one of the men who carried the football. I guess the football is what you type the code into. And he says it was literally the morning after the Monica Lewinsky scandal broke. So, okay, Clinton had his mind on other things. That he made a routine request of the president to present the card so that he could swap it out for an updated version. He thought he just placed them upstairs, Patterson recalled, which that right there is unusual. Oh, I put them in my other pants.
I'm sorry. Those were the pants that I got the cum stain on.
The code to end all life as we know it. Yeah, I left it upstairs in my other pants. Let me go get it. Called upstairs. We started a search around the White House for the codes, and he finally confessed that he, in fact, misplaced them. He couldn't recall when he had last seen them. In Patterson's telling of the story, the president lost the biscuit in 1998, but according to Shelton, the card went missing in 2000. If the facts seem murky, that's not unusual when national security matters are involved. Consider the old story that Jimmy Carter left his biscuit in the suit that got sent to the dry cleaners. Today, no one will confirm the story, but no one will deny it either.
I wonder how they got him back.
Yeah, that's the thing that they don't really say here is how did it turn up? Well, the thing is they were swapping it out, so can't you just give them the new code? I mean, yeah, you obviously want to destroy the old one. They probably had to
go and take the new card and change the codes just in case someone found the old card. This is worse than forgetting your password. I mean, imagine forgot codes. Click here. fill out the security image and give us your email address, and we'll email you a new code.
Yes.
That's one thing you don't want automated. That's one thing where two-step authorization may not be enough.
Forgot your nuclear launch codes?
Yeah.
Please enter your mother's maiden name.
Enter the founding date of our country. Because nobody knows that. The sad thing is, with the intelligence of the general population of this country, that might not be far off.
No, might not. Oh, jeez. That is just... that's a scary story when these things start coming out.
I love how it comes out way after the fact, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if that would have come out at the time that it happened...
Well, they're not going to let anyone know. I mean...
Yeah, but God forbid we hold our politicians accountable for shit.
No, if that came out, that'd be very bad, because then the rest of the world would be like, what? They can't nuke us? Yeah, now's our opportunity.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have them to use them. We have them to prevent anyone else from using them. That's yeah. But if we don't have the ability to hit the button, then we may as well not have them.
Well, you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
That's our government.
Woodshop writes in, can you imagine finding that access card under the table at a local Starbucks?
I don't think Clinton went to Starbucks.
No, McDonald's maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. But,
it was in my Big Mac.
This on the floor here.
Oh, what's this? XQ Alpha 93182.
Next thing you know, the security is knocking on your door. We understand you found a. We're gonna have to kill you now.
The card in and of itself isn't useful without the football, though, right?
No, it's not. But it's layers. You treat each individual layer. I mean, it's you don't mess around with that stuff. It's not like, oh well, it's horrible. No, it's not hard, because now here's someone that could try to gain access to the football.
Yeah, someone probably thought it was a credit card and thought they were gonna go shopping. Visa, MasterCard. How about nuclear launch codes? Give me.
That's the type of thing you'd read about the National Enquirer. Local person tries to buy pants with nuclear launch codes.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I wonder what kind of credit limit you get on that. Might be unlimited.
The credit's only good at Dell, though.
Yeah, where you can't buy a Venue 8 Pro without the appropriate launch code.
Launch code doesn't work without the extra 4 digits of your zip code.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. See, now I can launch the nukes.
What do you mean enter the last 4 of the zip code?
I'm surprised Dell's not asking you for... Well, I mean, unless you're applying for credit.
Yeah.
Surprised it's not asking us for the last 4 of the Social Security when you're checking out.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean... Just to go through, and God forbid you do it through, like, because I went to buy this thing through for your work, the business people, which I don't even know if my Dell credit will work going through the business checkout because it's personal credit. But at the personal credit, you can't customize the damn tablet.
I will say that Dell does make it very difficult to buy stuff, and I know this because now I don't buy the computers or stuff for my place of work, although my place of work now buys HP stuff. What does this mean? This now means that I don't ask the question, do I have a dock available? It's I have to know which docks to keep in stock. Now I have 2 different types of docks I got to keep in stock. Because some people with new laptops have the HPs, people with the old have the Dells. Ugh. And my images for Windows 7, which, mind you, Windows 7 lets you clean up the image before you capture it so that it doesn't rely on one specific machine. You just install the drivers when you deploy it. But our Dell machines have the licensing right on the sticker. It doesn't, whereas the HP machines, the license is tied to the chip. So when I deploy my Windows 7 image that was built on a Dell machine onto an HP machine, it gives me these license errors, and I can't just enter in the license code because there is no license code. It's built into the machine. And I'm like, well, hey, HP support, tell me how to make it tie into that. Oh, you have to reinstall everything. But this is my image! All the software! This is hours of work! What was I getting at here?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, I've had to buy parts from Dell. And anytime I've had to buy parts from Dell, it's a fucking pain in the ass. And after about a week, I decide, fuck it, I'll buy it somewhere else. Because, They're like, well, you have to send us a purchase order. I'm like, okay, here's the PO number. Well, you have to fax us a purchase order. Okay. And then I fax it to them, and they're like, well, I didn't get it. Well, I faxed it to your attention to the number you gave me. What do you mean you didn't? When were you going to tell me you didn't get it? I sent the order in. I faxed. I've been waiting for a week. Well, we never got the fax. Yeah. Who's still using faxes? Dell's still using faxes. We're still using faxes too. Well, not us. We're forced to fax people still. There are customers that insist that we fax them things still. Who are these people?
Who are these people?
No, but that is a good question. That is a
I mean, this is what the internet was meant to take the place of?
And we're still dealing with fucking faxes.
I mean, if there's any piece of, like, kind of like how Betamax doesn't exist anymore, except maybe in, like,
a TV station?
Betamax, maybe. Fax, the internet was meant to do away with faxing.
Oh, by the way, speaking of beta and TV stations, there's you know how digital channels now have sub-channels that you could,
Kind of, yeah.
They might have a news channel or a weather channel that, for example, our, let's see, Channel 4 is one of our local channels. Right. And there's 4.2, which has weather and news, and 4.3, which has Antenna TV. Antenna TV is a network that channels can pick up as a sub-channel that is kind of like a TV Land or Nick at Night type of thing. They show episodes of I Dream of Jeannie and Bewitched, and they also are now the channel that carries the Yule log. So if you don't... If you're not in the New York area and don't get in WPIX, if you have an Antenna TV channel, you can tune into that on Christmas morning to get your U-Log fix. And
well, now that I know this, my life is complete.
But the thing is, even though it's kind of like a national feed, they do let you tailor it to the network that picked it up. And so they have these moments of time in between commercial breaks where you can kind of show like a historic news clip that's from the station's programming, and these clips of like old news stories, they're always like bad news stories, like a clip about like someone being kidnapped or stuff like that. And the quality, it's like they got it off of some guy's old VHS tape that taped it
right
on their,
yeah
like you could barely understand the audio. And I'm like, the TV station that's running this clip, they have an archive of their history? The best they can find are these god-awful sounding clips that, I mean, it sounds worse than what it sounds
like. There's all this...
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And mind you, I grew up in the 80s when a TV had a little speaker in it like that. It didn't sound like a McDonald's drive-thru. We could actually understand TV. It was better than that when it originally aired, but...
but aging and degradation of the tape, and they probably don't store these things well.
No, exactly. This is an embarrassment that these stations' archives are going to shit.
Well, come on. I mean, all you got to do is look on YouTube, like, to see, like, people who post, like, random, like, shit that hasn't been re-released, like, old TV shows and stuff, and you see people, like, literally have just gone into their
VHS tapes.
VHS copy, which was recorded at, like, super slow, the audio is all degraded and all the high ends removed, and, it's in mono, and they poorly don't edit the commercials out.
Yeah.
What they did was they just hit pause. It's funny if you look up like a Fat Albert on YouTube. Dude, no, this is the truth. I wanted to watch old Fat Albert cartoons, and I looked up one that still had the original commercials from when it aired on TV 29 in Philadelphia, or whatever the fuck channel it was. So, in addition to watching the episode, I got to see old Transformer cartoons from the mid 80s, and like advertise like old toy car, not Transformer cartoons, but the advertisements for the Transformer toys from the mid 80s. God.
Yeah, you can find things like this on YouTube.
Oh my! Oh, I just had a flashback.
Yes, you did.
Wait, what was that stupid thing they used to do where kids would call in and play video games over the phone?
And they shout pics.
Yes,
And I think there was they actually said that like someone was actually like hitting like a button when the person would say pics.
Yeah.
Stop. Like it wasn't actually voice activated. It was so there was a.
A vast virus database has
thank
been
you.
updated.
Oh, this has got the same music to it. Only on the left speaker though.
It's only in mono here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's by design.
11 live. Oh my.
Oh, here we go. Here's one from '77. Here we go. You might remember this one. I won't.
No, dude, I was only 3.
Oh, well, I was only not born yet. So.
No, I remember that 11 Alive, that first one you played.
Oh yeah, I vaguely remember that one.
And then I don't even know what it became after that.
Oh.
It was 11 Alive for a long time.
Oh yeah, it was. It's funny. It seems they change these idents a lot more frequently now than they used to. They used to have things for a long time, and now it's like they keep doing research. Well, they keep changing it. Let's see what we got here. 11 Alive this February.
February is red hot here on Channel 11 with a blockbuster lineup of Hollywood's hottest. Great movies like, oh God, Death in Canaan.
Okay, that's just a commercial about movies they're going to show.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to show Animal House. Yeah, they're going to have to edit out like half of the content.
Yeah, exactly.
Growing up, we had my parents had videotaped Animal House off of TV, and I grew up thinking that was the movie. And I remember when I bought a 2 VHS set of Blues Brothers and Animal House, which we had Blues Brothers. We had Blues Brothers taped off the TV too, and boy was I surprised when I found out all the scenes they edited out that I had been missing all these years.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Well, see, I mean, because Channel 11, when I was growing up, like that's where all the cartoons are on during the day,
right?
Like in the morning and at night. And I mean, if I was able to pipe audio through the Skype here, I could play because I got a hold of the entire Transformers season, Generation 1, all 3 seasons in the movie, and at the end, it was clearly taped off. Encoded off someone's VHS because at the end it was from some TV station in Toledo. Because at the closing credits, they would always promote that coming up next was He-Man, and which you could buy all the He-Man cartoons on iTunes, by the way, but you don't get the whole. Coming up next is G.I. Joe, and followed by Thundercats and Gem and whatever the fuck else was on during the, But that's all you did when you got home from school is you watched like cartoons until 5 o'clock.
Right. Oh yeah, I remember.
And then the news came on, and it was like, no, Little House on the Prairie came on.
Oh man, yeah.
You go from like Transformers and G.I. Joe to Little House on the Prairie. That transition was meant to send all the kids into the room.
Then to the news.
Yeah.
There you go.
There was a South Jersey TV station that even as late as 2000 was still using that music.
Oh yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think this music still floats around.
That's sad that you have the full version.
Oh yeah, I forget where I downloaded it from, but I made sure to save it. Sure, it sounds like shit, but it sounds better than the audio on the things they show on Antenna TV. A little snippets between. And of course, here's my other favorite. Is the let's see if this one plays. Oh, there we go. Ah, there we go. That's got to bring back some memories.
That was the old nightly news theme, wasn't it?
It was NBC News for New York, Channel 4. Gotta love those synths.
Can you find the old Eyewitness News theme?
I don't.
From Channel 7. I'm not talking about the current one.
Let's do a YouTube search. Let's see.
Yeah, see, 80s Channel 7 Eyewitness News theme.
All right, let's see.
I'm sure the listeners really care about. This is the shit only me and you and like one other person.
There we go. That the one?
Yeah, I think that's one of them. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, it's good stuff.
It's not that different.
What's that?
I think they still use something that sounds a lot like that.
Yeah, probably. I don't watch the news that much, but I mean the thing is, orchestrated themes don't really date themselves as much as like stuff with synthesizers in them, like the News for New York one. This would still work.
No, not much.
Well, I think it would still work.
They're not all that orchestrated these days. Unless you're talking like,
but it would work. Orchestrated themes still work. I mean, maybe they're moving away from that, but
yeah, I still prefer the one you played.
Oh yeah, well, of course.
You should hit that again.
Which one? The News for New York or the Action News?
No, the News for New York.
Okay, there we go. I actually have this in real audio format still. Thank God VLC plays real audio files. Or I'd be.
You should insert that.
I should. One of these days.
Headline news: Ronald Reagan was shot today, and God.
Oh, jeez.
Now I wonder if there's the old Channel 9 stuff, because like no one ever watched Channel 9 in the '80s, because I think it was the station for old people. That was before it became UPN. It was WOR.
Right, WOR. Right.
They didn't see cartoons, so we didn't give a shit about it.
Yeah, what the hell was even on Channel 9? I mean, I
remember.
Most kids are home from school, so tomorrow on People Are Talking, we have a great show for and about teenagers. Teen Idol.
See, this is why we didn't watch it. They had stuff like
Meg
this.
Talks about teen sex and dating. Teen models speak out about how they got to the top and how they got to the cover of 17 magazine. We'll also look at what's hip in fashion for young people. I'm Richard Bay, and on the next People Are Talking, it's Teenagers Are Talking.
Richard Bay!
Tomorrow at 11.
This is before he got his own crappy talk show.
Yes.
You remember the Richard Bay show?
I never watched it, but I heard of it.
It was awful.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
One stop buys all. All brands of beer and soda.
Crazy Arnie's?
Crazy Arnie's. Beer, soda, wholesale beverage warehouse.
Hello, Arnie.
I'll give you services and prices that can't be beat. Try me.
And if you run out of gas, see Crazy Arnie's because Propane City is also located here. He'll refill your tanks while you wait. In Lawrence and Levittown, Long Island.
Nice.
Every minute a child goes blind in the third world because of a lack of vitamin A. But a $20 gift.
It's Charlotte Rae.
Jesus Christ.
All right, let's fast forward a bit here, see what else we got.
The unimaginable speed. Don't miss a minute. January 3rd in Meadowlands. The Saints meet the Thunder. Enter the realm of the Major Indoor Lacrosse League and make contact with the future.
Lacrosse?
Yeah.
Coming up next on the news at 10, the bombshell verdict the city has been waiting for is in.
A jury has found 3 teenagers guilty of some of the charges in the Howard Beach trial and exonerated a 4th.
Oh my
We will
God.
have complete live team coverage from the courthouse.
We'll have late live reaction from Howard Beach, City Hall, the attorneys involved, and civil rights activists.
Join us tonight for the news at 10.
Here's some news music. That was awful.
I think I remember that, but I'm not sure.
Now we're looking at a bunch of gravestones. Must be a drug commercial.
Yeah.
All right, we get it. We're depressed. Tell us what the message is.
Yeah.
Last year, alcohol lifted the spirits of nearly 100,000 people. A public service message brought to you by the National Council on Alcoholism.
Great.
I was close. The hell is this?
I need a hit, man. Come on now.
Every day, thousands of people need protection from trouble, from fear, from themselves. Luckily, thousands of people at dozens of United Way agencies are here to help.
United
and
Way.
You can help too by giving the United
All right, this
Way.
is killing me now.
It brings out the best.
Oh wait, one more. Let's see what the next commercial
Most
is.
news programs make you wait for the weather.
Weather coming up right after this.
So you'll sit and sit
Now for a look at the weather. Right after this.
Through the rest of their program. But on the news at 10, we give you the weather within the first minute.
But first, the weather. Sunny.
So what do we give you to keep you watching? An exceptionally interesting program. The news at 10, 1 hour to help you deal with the next 24.
What?
Well, wouldn't that be 1 hour to help you deal with
To
the
deal
next
with the next 23? That's great math there on the part of WWOR.
Wait, what the heck? Creep phone?
Dial 1-900-490-CREEP. That's 1-900-490-CREEP. And if you're one of the lucky or unlucky randomly selected callers, you'll talk to me live. Only $2 to call.
1-900-CREEP?
You're on track for action.
Knight Rider!
Michael Knight.
Give me everything you got.
And Kit.
Michael, he's about to fire.
The indestructible car.
Wow.
Show him what you can do.
I could watch this all day. Just commercials from vintage TV.
Television's top crime fighting.
Too bad this is only a 10-minute long clip.
Right.
David Hasselhoff stars.
It'd be nice if I could just, find like hour-long, compilations of these, and I could just throw that on my TV at night to fall asleep to.
Evening Magazine of Stars.
See, I think that was Knight Rider was in syndication.
Probably. Oh, yeah.
Because it never aired on Channel 9. It was like...
this is late 80s. 87, 88.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's syndication at this point.
Yeah, because that was the same thing with Channel 11. All Channel 11 ever showed was like syndicated sitcoms and, until it decided to become the WB.
Right.
Then they tried doing their own programming, and it's like, we're better off showing the syndicated shit that was good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because I really want to watch the Brady Bunch again,
They're rerunning the Brady Bunch on...
No. I'm saying, before they decided they were going to become the We People's Network or whatever the hell it is.
The CW now.
Is that what it is now?
Now it's the CW, isn't it? But I think they've gone back to emphasizing the WPIX.
That might be true.
Because it was what the WB and UPN merged, and that became the CW. And now Channel 9 is WeTV, which is this new thing that showed up on different channels across the country.
I still pay attention, man. They're never going to go back to 11 Alive, though.
Oh, they should.
They should.
They should. They could. They could decide, hey, let's be alive again.
But now they got to add to it. It'll be 11 Alive in HD.
11 Alive in HD. There you go. There you go. Yeah. They should hire you.
What is old is new again. And I say, Channel 4 should go back to using the old news music.
Yes.
They should do, you want to talk about Throwback Thursday. They should all go dig up their old music from, their old production elements from the 70s and 80s and use those.
I think WPIX was doing some of that, or I don't know. Well, I think they were having some type of throwback TV, and they seem to like embracing nostalgia lately. Like they reran the Magic Garden Christmas episode last Christmas.
Oh my God!
You remember that?
The Magic Garden. Don't tell me you don't have a clip of that somewhere. I mean, any Magic Garden.
I'm pulling it up as we speak. Here we go.
Pull up the Christmas episode, but
no, I don't have that. I couldn't. I was trying to tap into it somehow. Oh, here we go.
Open up the window, listen to the wind blows. Parson us, the garden us is where we'll be. Come along, if you please, sing a song. Bumblebees, me and you and me. One big happy family, then you and us together.
This.
Happy as a feather.
I'm gonna say this is why children of this, the generation that this aired, are fucked in the head.
Right. Well, it's better than what we're showing our kids today. What would you rather sit your kid in front of, this or Barney? I mean, we got two hippie lesbians with a guitar, or you got some.
Were they
big...
really lesbians, though?
I'm joking. I apologize to them.
Now I'm starting to wonder.
I don't think so. In fact, that was probably a very poor taste that I made that comment. All right, we'll just say two hippie chicks with a guitar, or
were they at least hot?
What?
Were they hot?
If you're into the '80s look, you know, they got the they have the hair down to their waist type of look.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
You know, it's really scary that like I haven't heard that shit in like over 30-something years, and then you start playing that, and I go, oh yeah.
You say this is fucked up, but you know, have you checked out the Teletubbies? I mean, have you seen Boo Bar? I mean,
I don't watch, you know.
No, me neither. But I know that it's fucked up. It's
the only thing. I mean, I all right. The only cartoons that I watched lately are like the newer like Avengers stuff and like Transformers Prime, only because if it didn't have the original voice of Optimus Prime, I wasn't gonna watch it.
Right.
But it had the original voice, the original Optimus Prime, and the original Megatron, and I was like, oh, I gotta watch this. And then I got sucked in because it was actually really well written. It had a plot. God forbid a cartoon has a fucking plot.
Wow, plot. It's sad when that's impressive. But what about?
That when the time arrived to go, he lagged behind the rest.
See.
There you go.
No, see. All right, here. All right, well, I'm going to test you, Gators. You might not remember this, but see, this wasn't me. I watched more like, well, aside from Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers, because everybody watched that.
Oh yeah, I watched lots of that.
Yeah, you probably still do. But the Great Space Coaster.
Oh, I loved that show.
Yes.
As soon as we finish this, I'll be googling that now.
Cut this. No, just cut this off. This is hurt.
We haven't even gotten to the best part of the theme music.
In fact, remember that there's a best part.
Alright, it's falling. We're falling. Come on. Get to the poppy little thing with the synth. There we go.
Is this still Magic Garden?
What?
Is this still Magic Garden?
No, this is Lidsville.
Oh, see, no, I didn't watch. I don't know anything about this.
Well, it's everyone's favorite show about a kid that falls into a magician's hat and gets trapped into a land where everyone is dressed in a hat costume.
No, this I did not watch.
No, and he never got back home.
Boy, his parents must have been worried sick.
No, for all eternity, he's stuck in the magic land of the hats. The Great Space Coaster. Of course, we've got to play that one.
Of course. Well, the funny thing is, when I was still doing NHB, I was trying to find the classic. There it is.
Oh yeah.
It's the Great Space Coaster.
Yes.
On the Great Space Coaster.
That takes me back.
The fact that sound at the beginning, which is the classic sound of someone beating the shit out of a spring beaver, it's piercing as fuck.
Oh yeah. Awesome sound.
Yeah.
On the Great Space Coaster.
Now, I've been trying to find for the longest time, and I can't find it, was the classic clip of Gary Gnu saying, "No GNU's is good GNU's" with Gary Gnu.
There's clips of Gary Gnu.
Yeah, clips of Gary Gnu, but it's not, I was going to isolate that.
Let's see what we can find of Gary Gnu. All right, here's Gary Gnu. Let's see if we got the right one here.
Gary Gnu. And the No GNU's is Good GNU's show. The only TV GNU's program guaranteed to contain no GNU's whatsoever. Nothing bad or wrong ever happens on my show. I just got finished saying nothing wrong happens on my show. Shape up, you guys. Shape up, not grape up. And even if I did say grape up, which I did not, those grapes were coming down, not coming up. I said shape down. I mean, shape up. Okay, never mind. Run the film. I said run, not gun.
Oh, good stuff.
Yeah. This is what we watched growing up.
Yeah.
To those of you who are half our age.
This is classic stuff. I actually, found they put out a VHS like best of the Great Space Coaster back in the day, and someone converted it to DVD and sold them on eBay, and I guess I did purchase one of them.
See, here's the funny thing, because Liam was actually passing around on Twitter, and I guess there are YouTube links to picture pages.
Oh, yes.
With Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Because I remember that was on Nickelodeon a lot, and when I'd be home sick from school, and Nickelodeon, for whatever reason, would be on, and I'd be laying there thinking I was dying because I was sick. And yeah, there it is.
It's time to get your picture page. It's time to get your crayons and your pencils. Picture pages, open up your picture page. It's time to watch Bill Cosby do a picture page with you.
Yeah, that big pen that makes all the funky sounds when he's drawing with it. Wow, look at how young Bill Cosby is.
Wiggly Worm.
Wiggly
and
Worm.
This is Booker T. Bluebird.
Booker T. Bluebird.
Wellington and Booker T. share this colonial-style birdhouse over here.
Really?
Because rents are so high that they cannot afford separate houses. Now, I know that you know that birds are supposed to eat worms, but these two get along just fine. Wellington cleans up the basement and Booker T handles the attic. They go shopping together, and they're thinking about opening a hip
What a
new
positive
restaurant
message this is.
Bird and Worm. Now, I know that a lot of you are saying that you'd like to have a bird and a worm house like this. And you can. You see, because we are going to do picture page J5. The deal is that we connect these dots, you see, until we get a birdhouse, a Wellington the Wiggly Worm, and a Booker T. Bluebird. And when we get these things, we take Mortimer Ichabod marker out. You know, Mortimer?
Mortimer.
We draw a line down to the house, or the bird, or the worm, whichever it happens to be, okay? Here we go. Now, the star is right here, isn't it? We start. We draw our line to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what do we have? Let's see.
Here we go. None of my pens ever made that sound. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, right?
I was like, how come he gets the pen that makes the sound?
They actually allegedly sold the Mortimer pen that actually made those noises.
Oh, I never had the pen, and I never had the pages. I just watched Bill Cosby do it and think, damn, I wish my parents loved me enough to buy me this.
Yeah.
Then again, I didn't have cable, so I only ever saw this while I was visiting Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah.
So the pen actually makes that sound. I wonder if you can get
That's
one of
what I
those. I wonder if you can get those on eBay now.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, let's do an eBay search for picture pages Mortimer.
You might have to
pen.
type in Mortimer J. Ichabod.
Here we go.
Okay,
Mortimer Ichabod marker.
Go here.
$550 or best offer.
Holy shit! Listen. At that point, you're better off sampling the damn sounds off the
Building by Ode.
Yeah.
That's in its original packaging, unopened and everything.
Wow.
You know, don't you ever wish you could go back in time and buy like 20 of these things, come back, and then sell them on eBay?
Yeah, right?
You're like, well, shit, I'll sell you one for $100. 20 pens times $100 each.
Yeah.
Equals lots of money.
There you go. And there it is, folks. A glimpse into the childhood of the 80s.
Yeah.
Wonder why we're fucked up in the head.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is, me and Gators will sit here. We can go for hours like this and just be like, yeah, this was cool.
It sure was.
Most people be like, this is dumb.
Hey, it beats Barney any day.
Hey, I will go on YouTube and spend hours looking at old 80s cartoons, commercials,
Whacked Out writes in, that's when Bill Cosby was on drugs.
Bill Cosby was never on drugs.
Well, he did seem a little mellow, but no.
You can't tell me he was.
No, I don't think he was.
I will not ever believe that one of my comic heroes, because I love. I don't know if it's shown in my comedy, but I've always been a huge Bill Cosby fan.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've got all his albums on vinyl. Few on 8-track.
Yeah, 8-track?
Oh yeah, I got 8 tracks of Bill Cosby.
I think I'm missing a few because I bought them on iTunes, so I might be missing some of the 70s stuff. Although I didn't buy any of his singing stuff.
Oh, that's the best stuff.
No, Caters, no.
Oh, Disco Bill is a classic album.
Oh, I can already hear you pulling it out.
You know me well, don't you?
No. All right, go ahead. Educate our listeners as to the fabulous musical talent.
Baby. Sweet mama. My love.
Maybe he was on drugs.
Hear what I say?
He's trying to be married.
You know, there's love and time. We've been together
So he's not put this on iTunes?
so many years.
I don't know.
We've known each other. And we share each other's moments. Your eyes meet mine. And we don't even have to say nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Just let time.
Let me tell you, nothing makes the juices flow. Forget Luther Vandross. Forget Barry White. Forget the dude that played Chef on South Park.
No,
forgot his name.
Isaac Hayes.
Yeah, Isaac Hayes. Nah, man. Nothing gets the juices flowing like Bill.
But this time you're going to jail.
You're going to jail.
That's the last time you're going to throw something at me. I don't mind it when you miss, Mama. But that table hurt. I don't care what you say. You could be sorry until the cows come home. But that table hurt.
Wow.
I don't know where you got the strength from, Mama. Pick a table up and throw it on top of somebody.
All right, this is humorous.
I told you, it's like one of his funniest songs. You think it's just, him doing Barry White.
That's funny on multiple levels.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Forget the fact that now you got the classic Bill Cosby humor of, like, picking up a table and throwing it at somebody, but he's doing it to, like, the Barry White fuck music.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, that's funny. I was referring to, like, some of the other musical stuff that wasn't as funny, like Little Old Man.
Yeah, Little Old Man was the cover
stole
one.
From Stevie Wonder.
Or his cover of I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Oh, no.
I don't think he was singing about the same kind of satisfaction that Mick Jagger was, but I've still not gotten a copy of the album that this one's on. I've got the album with Little Old Man, but I don't have this one yet. I think Gothard found a copy of it recently.
In the dollar bin?
I think it was 25 cents and beat to hell.
Oh my God. That's not Bill singing.
Sing it, Bill.
I have tried. I have tried. I have tried. I can't get no. Can't get no. I can't get no. Hardly any kind of satisfaction. I tell you, I went up to a big office one time in search of satisfaction. I said to the man, Mr. May I have some satisfaction, please? He said, what do you need? I said a 32-bedroom home on my own and a Ferrari, 2-seater, goes fast so I can look good. Hey!
Okay.
Hey, what you say?
I think on that note, it's time to bring another episode of the Dune and Bob show to a close.
Yeah, that would provide me with some satisfaction right now.
Oh, there you go. Bill Cosby had an interesting music career. Although I tell you, one album that you probably don't have, which I'll have to record it after I record in Disco Bill for you, is well, there was a brief period of time that Bill Cosby was involved in a small, I think, indie label called Tetragrammaton Records.
Right.
And it was actually Deep Purple's first 3 albums were released on Tetragrammaton in the U.S. Yeah. And
you know that's your favorite era of Deep Purple.
Well, yeah, it was the best lineup of their band. I mean, Machine Head's mediocre at best, but Deep Purple's first 3 albums. Well, I mean, come on, how many times have you heard "Smoke on the Water"? And yeah, it's a classic rock song, but it's a typical classic rock song.
See, I really don't. I don't listen to that. I listen to like Highway Star.
Okay, Highway Star is all right. I mean, it's not overplayed as much as "Smoke on the Water," but I still think that they're really 2 different bands of eras.
But before the theme runs out, so he did this Bill Cosby thing on Tetragrammaton.
Well, he actually released a double album that was basically his 2 different shows from the same day. So a lot of the material overlaps, but one's from the earlier show where it's more family friendly, and one's from the later evening show. Which, not that he's dirty or raunchy, but it's an interesting album. I'm not saying it's Bill Cosby's greatest comedy album ever, but I don't think that one's been reissued anywhere. So,
I'm not sure. I think I know what album you're talking about because I think I read about it somewhere. But
yeah, it's
called like 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. or something.
Right.
Like that.
So it's got the 2 times the 2 shows. I've got it because I know I picked it up. When you find it, it's not like it's rare and expensive.
Right.
8:15, 12:15.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the album. It's an interesting album, and I might have to record that one in because I don't think he's got that on iTunes. And of course,
I don't think so either.
Of course, I'll have to record you in Disco Bill, so you could.
Yeah, Bill White over there. That's funny.
You are going to jail. That table hurt.
Well, I learned that Bill Cosby spits game better than I do.
Yeah. I've learned, what have I learned? Shit. I've learned nothing.
I know what you've learned. You've learned that me and you agreed at all. We need to get rid of all the politicians.
Yes, we agree. All politicians.
Just agree on one thing.
Gone. Goodbye. Get out.
The GTFO bill. That's what we agree on.
The GTFO bill. Yeah, we need to vote that in.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, on that note, be sure to check out www.nhgradio.com, an actual functional website with a great banner on the top of it.
Uh-huh.
And functioning buttons that mostly work, I think.
Mostly?
Yeah. I haven't tested all of them in a while, so I don't want to... Yeah, I'm pretty sure they work.
Yeah, that's it.
Heck, you can even tweet us from there.
Yeah.
And isn't that a snazzy-looking microphone? Because, I fixed it by airbrushing out the old microphone.
Right.
Anyways, thank you everyone for listening. NHGRadio.com, Suburban Homeboys Wednesdays, and what else, Damon?
Oh, I was going to say this show brought to you by Oreo Cookies.
And picture pages.
And picture pages. And Mortimer J. Ichabod marker.
Yours for $550.
Yes.
See ya.
See ya.
Game over, man.
I'm glad that's over.
Man, that was awful.
Boy, I know. You know what I hated most? What? Everything. Everything stunk.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Let's blow this joint. It's time to blast off for Dreamland. Don't go away mad. Just go away.
Let's call it a day. Everybody, go home.
Good night, lady.
See you later, alligator.
Go in peace, sin no more. I'm out of here.
Now, run along and play with your little toys.
Oh! It just gets worse and worse.
Please come again. I have exorcised the demons. This house is clear. Not. That's all, folks.
We are leaving.
This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Oi, keep the radio.